The man cut into the mysterious intestine with a chainsaw. A huge amount of feces instantly sprayed onto his face. It turned out Jack was responsible for cleaning monster corpses. And in this world where 600 to 700 kinds of monsters exist, there are two professions to keep them in check. One is the defense force with extremely high combat power. The other is the cleaners who handle monster corpses. As the guardians of this world, the defense force is the career ordinary people dream of, because the combat suits they wear are made from advanced monsters. Wearing them greatly enhances combat ability. However, what Jack never expected was that very night, a strange insect forcibly entered his body. It even fused with his body, eventually turning him into a terrifying humanoid monster. And when his friends in the defense force saw this, they were so shocked they couldn't speak. Jack had longed to join the defense force since childhood, but his strength was always just a bit lacking. Every year he failed to meet the requirements of the assessment, so he had no choice but to accept the job of cleaning monsters. Although many people looked down on Jack's work, after years of experience, Jack had become one of the most skilled cleaners. Even if a teammate made a mistake, and their skin was corroded by monster entrails, he could heal them instantly. But just a few minutes later, Jack was asked to clean the intestines, the hardest hit area. Because the cleaning quality in that area was poor, the task fell to the experienced Jack. But Jack knew it was simply because no one else wanted to go. After all, the stench there could make people faint. After a day of hard work, just as he finished his shower, he saw a familiar figure on TV. His memory instantly flashed back to 10 years ago. It turned out the girl was Jack's childhood friend. But one day, monsters killed their family members, so they immediately made a vow that they would join the defense force in the future and make all monsters pay a heavy price. After 6 or 7 years of effort, Lisa was the first to achieve the goal. She even became the youngest senior officer in the defense force. But Jack was far inferior to Lisa. His strength simply couldn't reach the defense force's threshold, so he had no choice but to live in a messy little room. Even his once cherished dream began to fade away. However, the next day Jack received good news. A newcomer eager to join the defense force told Jack that recruitment no longer had an age limit, because he saw Jack's unwillingness to give up, and he didn't want the defense force to lose a talent. Just as Jack was about to express his gratitude, a giant monster suddenly burst out from underground. At the critical moment, Jack risked his life to save John. Without time to think, Jack told John to quickly leave the dangerous area and go find the defense force for support, while he took responsibility for distracting the monster. After all, if he didn't do this, neither of them would survive. Then Jack lured the monster to a less populated area, but this was only a temporary measure, so he turned and rushed into a pitch-black alley. Then he found a weak point and leapt down. In a daze, images from his childhood resurfaced in his mind. At the moment when his and Lisa's home was destroyed, he had promised Lisa that he would definitely join the defense force, yet his strength was still very weak. Although Jack's heart was full of unwillingness, his injured legs could no longer move. Seeing the monster launch its final attack at him, at that critical moment, John risked himself to interrupt the monster's strike. Jack was very confused by John's sudden return. John explained that, if he stood by and did nothing, then he wouldn't deserve to be a member of the defense force. And that familiar figure was none other than Lisa, the captain of the 3rd unit. After assigning tasks to each department, Lisa did not go to reunite with Jack. She only glanced at him secretly before leaving in a hurry. After 6 or 7 hours, Jack suddenly realized that the giant monster had been effortlessly slain by Lisa. Now the gap in strength between them was enormous. He increasingly felt it was better not to reunite with Lisa. But fortunately, with John's encouragement, Jack regained his motivation. He decided to work hard to improve his strength, to strive to become a member of the defense force sooner. However, just then, a strange flying insect suddenly appeared. Its mouth kept repeating, "Target found." Then it immediately flew into Jack's body. The next second, Jack's body underwent an earth-shattering transformation.
Senpai!